Hi everyone, today we're going to go over different stocks that could perform very well under Donald Trump's administration. The first one we have on the list is Trump Media and Technology. How I got this list, I just went on Grok and I just looked for different stocks that could perform very well. So this Trump Media Technology group, it also owns this True Social. I never had a True Social account before until a couple of days ago. Taking a quick look at this, there's just a lot of people on here. It's very active. It's not as popular as Twitter. And on Twitter, a couple days ago, Donald Trump also promoted his meme coin. And I thought it was a joke initially. But taking a quick look at the DEX trainer, there's a lot of volume that's coming in. Initially, it traded around just a couple of dollars. Now it's trading around 53, 54. Now the inauguration's on the 20th. So I think this is going to continue to push a little bit into the inauguration. When it comes to the market cap, I think it's currently under 20 overall. So there's a lot of momentum that's coming in. Next we have on the list is MicroStrategy. Taking a quick look here, we continue a series of higher highs and higher lows. This is just a northbound looking stock. And last couple of months we had a pretty steep pullback, but out of the gates we are getting up above this 200 moving average on the hourly chart. So there's a lot of strength and momentum coming into this chart. Next on this with Tesla. So over here, this continues to chart a series of higher highs and higher lows. What I can do right here, I want to look for patterns that repeat itself over and over on a chart. Now this is a slightly deeper pullback. So if I measure this back going backwards, I may not find a pullback right away. This is a little bit deeper. So if I were to use this pullback, clicking from that pivot high, pivot low, pivot high, that will provide a first price relationship. So over here, you have a single price relationship. If I were to use my fib retracements, clicking from this pivot low to pivot high, I do have a 382 that overlaps. Now we do have a 2 price relationship here, not a 3 price. This is the pocket of potential support. There's earnings that's coming up on the 29th. You can wait until after earnings to see how the stock performs. On the hourly chart, it is trading nicely above the 200 moving average. It is continuing that series of higher highs and higher lows. Over here, Geo, I don't know what this is all about. Let's take a quick look at the chart. Trigger immigration policies. I don't know what they really do, but this one continues to chart a series of higher highs and higher lows. It's way too extended up to these levels. You want to be waiting for the next set of pullbacks before jumping on. Let's take a quick look at energy. So ExxonMobil, according to Grok, is going to continue to perform well. Now I'm going to get rid of some of these lines. Okay, so what we got here, price is trading below the 200 moving average. This is just a nice and steady. If you want a dividend paying stock, this may be a great fit for you for a portfolio. Now I do like to see price getting up above the 200 moving average, but some people, they're just looking at these swings back and forth, right? Because for pretty much 2023, it's been in a sideways pattern. So I can take a quick look at this pullback here, clicking from that pivot high, pivot low, and I can measure, looking at the history of this chart, and there are some pullbacks that are very similar in dollar amount. Let's take a quick look at Intel. Intel's currently trading below the 200 moving average, but I'm pretty optimistic for a chart like this. I like to see if we can get up above this trend line on the daily chart. Right now, it's not exhibiting that type of strength, and we do have earnings coming up. The fundamentals aren't looking great for Intel, just keep that in mind. Taking a quick look, Wells Fargo. So in the banking sector, we also have a series of higher highs and higher lows of this one. I like to see some gap fills on this one. We do have a lot of gas to be filled, so I'm waiting for a pullback with a stock like this. But if for those of you who are more adventurous, you can very likely find a nice 3 price relationship against this zone right here. Lockheed Martin, so over here, price is trading below the 200 moving average. Like to see price getting up above this trend line. Almost getting up above that 200 moving average on the hourly chart before committing capital on the long side. Over here at Caterpillar, let's take a quick look at CAT. I think I also reviewed this a couple days ago. You guys can look on my channel. So over here we had a nice pocket of potential support. Price pulled back in, currently bouncing right back out. And I was looking for price getting up above this 200 moving average on the hourly chart. So for those of you who've been following my channel, you can definitely go long on this. Not financial advice, but you still need to set your stop loss below this pivot low. Republic Service. So over here, this is waste management. This is great. We don't really look at these stocks normally. So right here, there's just a lot of great stocks out there. They perform very well. They pay out dividends. They're not in the news. So you can look for the pattern, the three price relationship on these charts. So over here, we can take a quick look at Chevron. Chevron is exhibiting a nice, better looking chart. We have price getting up above the 200 moving average. Now I have to connect some of these trend lines, okay? So let's over here. So we got some pretty big resistance coming up. Let's see if we can get up above this trend line to really break out to the upside. This is another great dividend paying stock. Planeteer, a lot of people like to go over the stocks, take a quick look. Nice series of higher highs and higher lows. Now, as we're taking a quick look at this recent pullback, fairly deep. So if I were to look at the history of this chart, I may have to go far. So if I were to measure from this pivot high, pivot low, okay, and projecting this new recent high, that gives me a single price relationship. Now, taking a quick look, we do have some gas to be filled on this chart. There is earnings that's coming up, but for those of you, you're looking for some price relationships. For example, this one right here, we do have a 50% retracement single price relationship on the hourly chart. Price is currently trading below the 200 moving average on the hourly. So it can be a little bit more patient with this one, see if price can break up above. And let's take a quick look at Goldman. Oh, we do have Coinbase. You can see that it's very clear that Donald Trump, he is very bullish on this crypto space. So over here, we do have a nice series of higher highs and higher lows. Take a quick look. When it's first IPO'd, right, it continued to chart a series of lower highs and lower lows. And then it found some support, got up above the 200 moving average. Now we're trading up nicely above the 200 moving average. I think this could be the year for Coinbase. Let's take a quick look at the fundamentals. So you can see back in 2021, 7.8 billion. All right, 2022, 3.1 billion. Pretty problematic. So from here to here, it took a big drop. In 2023, they didn't really have that big growth, but the trailing 12 month over here, they're doing 5.2 billion. So that's actually very, very positive. And over here, trailing 12 month, they are producing a net income over $1.5 billion. Let's take a quick look. I think this could be a great opportunity right here. So that's a single price relationship here. So I have to use this pullback. If I were to use this pivot high, pivot low, pivot high, using some fib retracements, pivot high, pivot low, pivot high, pivot low to pivot high. So it's a 50% retracement. Now I'm going to zoom out a little bit more, okay? And it does take some time to get proficient looking at these things. I can already tell this is a little bit too shallow, so you guys can take a quick look. If I were to use this pullback right here, it's not going to match up. See over here, right? It's not going to match up to that pullback. So over here we got pullbacks. They're going to be too shallow. All right, so this is a two price relationship opportunity, but there's a lot of fundamentals behind it. All right, the earnings is coming up on the 13th. We may have that nice little push to the upside. So we got here on the hourly chart, price is also trading nicely above this 200 moving average on the hourly chart. What you can do here, not financial advice, consider positioning going long. If the market opens and is still demonstrating strength back to the upside, consider going long, but you still need to set your stop loss below this pivot low. Let me know in the comments below what you think about 2025 and different stocks you think that's going to perform well. Hi everyone, John here. I recently put together a PDF on Fibonacci trading. You guys can check out the link in the descriptions below. I'll put it in the comments. Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? We go over setups in cryptocurrencies as well as US equities to help you grow your account. Subscribe now and hit that notification button. We look to hearing from you in the comments area.